with a samurai build. For this build, it requires max body for HP, stamina and melee damage, as well as max reflexes for the blade perks and crit chance. Then lastly, max technical ability for legendary crafting, and the rest just dump into cool for a little bit more crit damage. Here are the athletics perks. All of these are pretty self-explanatory. They just increase survivability, stamina, and a tad bit of extra melee damage. The Annihilation perks are a little more important, as a lot of mobility perks are in it. Momentum shift in order to increase movement speed, speed demon for more damage, and manic for another 20% speed increase, for about like a 40% total speed increase. Dead center also increases torso damage by a little bit. There's nothing too important in True Baller, as it's mostly blunt damage stuff, but you might want Gorilla for a little bit of crit damage. In reflexes, there's nothing really necessary in assault and handguns, but it's possible to spec into those if you want to use guns. The only thing needed is from blades. Treasury and Executioner, Fiery Blast, Blessed Blade, Roaring Waters, Flight of the Sparrow, Float Like a Butterfly, and Death Bolt. They all just increase damage. All the other perks aren't terrible, but in most cases, the enemy dies too quickly to utilize any sort of bleed, so I tend to avoid those. But if you have extra perk points, it's a tad bit more damage if you want it. For the crafting perks, you just want the ability to craft epics and legendaries. Everything else is extra. Fortunately, the only way to upgrade iconics is to use perks, the crafting epic and crafting legendary items. Otherwise, I would probably spec into cool. For stealth, I just use Assassin for 15% more damage to human enemies. And from Cold Blood, I just use Cold Blood for the movement speed and critical condition for a little bit more duration on it. Alright, for the weapon that is mainly used in this build is the Satori. The Satori, once upgraded, can roll for around 65 crit and 600 crit damage. Over an alternative to this blade is the Jinchimaru, which is also pretty good. And with the perk Blessed Blade, once the katana is equipped, it has a total of 85 crit, so you're going to be critting like hell. The guns don't really matter, just use whatever your preference is. For armor, it doesn't really matter too much what you use. Generally, you just want a lot of slots on each gear item, and you gotta put either Armadillo to increase the armor, or crit damage, or crit chance. Unfortunately, there's currently a bug with setting crit chance and crit damage clothing mods, as only one of each equipped is actually applied. Also, Deadeye is bugged and doesn't apparently do anything as of 1.04. When and if it is fixed, then I would probably stack crit damage, as crit chance is already pretty high. Alright, for Cyberware, I use Mechatronic Core for more damage, Heal and Kill for healing, Visual Cortex for more damage as well, Crochet Optics Mark III with a bunch of crit chance modifiers, Biomonitor for more survivability and healing, Second Heart for the same reason, Adrenaline Booster for a little bit more stamina. For immune system, I don't have anything, but Detoxifier would probably be good. I use Reflex Sooner in the case I make a mistake, and Nano Relays, it just increases Sandevistan by 2 seconds. The Integrity system is just whatever you're not immune to, just put that on. What's most important is probably the operating system. The Militech Falcon Sandevistan Mark V. It slows down time for around 20 seconds with the Nano Relay. Uses crit damage, crit chance, and I just stacked crit damage on it. Naptic Signal Optimizer for more HP, Microrators for more attack speed, and doesn't really matter. Preference. Mantis Blades, they don't really matter either. And Reinforced Tendons, which is also preference. With regular, it's usually get around like 8 to 12k damage on a crit. Usually one hits every enemy. Or just random mobs mostly. And might as well pop Sandevistan for that damage. 15k, 19k. Charge attack, 27k, 45k. 2 for 4k, 40k. So the damage isn't that bad. Only thing I could see being an issue would probably be the mechs with shields, as those guys don't take any damage. Unless it's like a tech weapon. Regular mechs though from Arasaka, those aren't that big a deal.
Drop your weapon.
You just hit both their guns and it'll kill them in 2 hits. I believe that's all you need to know, but if I miss anything, just let me know down in the comments. I'll see you guys around.